I'm about to tell you something that might not make a lot of sense. As you know, I run a software company, an agency called LowCode Agency. We've built over 400 apps. We've worked with American Express, with Medtronic, with Coca-Cola, with Zapier, you name it. Over 40 people in the team, and business is fantastic. And then I just launched a separate company. Not a rebrand, it's not a product line, it's a different company, different name, different website, different team. A lot of people have asked me, like, why do that? And this video is to answer that. Over the last couple of years, something started bugging me. We would finish a build after working with a company. It was a good build, it was on time and budget, the client was happy, and I would think that wasn't the thing that they needed the most. Let me explain. A company would come to us and they would be like, we need this dashboard with this custom app, CRM, etc. And then we would build it and it would work. And then a few months later, I would log into the analytics and nobody was using it. And that's painful for me because we provided a good experience, the client was happy, but something happened on their end that the product didn't stick. So it's not a build problem. It's a strategy problem. They didn't need a better tool. They needed someone to sit down with them and understand their business, their tools, and ask what needs to happen here to make the business more efficient. So we started doing a lot of that. And then obviously AI became part of the conversation for how the business should run. We started asking these harder questions before we built. And the projects that we built after that conversation were transformational. They impacted the business in ways we had not seen before. So why not just add that to low-code? That was like the obvious question. I thought about it for a while, and that was actually the plan at the beginning, but here's what I realized. We're known as a software development agency. We're a really good software development agency, and people come to us with their idea. Their mind is already made up. They want a proposal, they want a timeline, they want a budget, and that's the relationship. They come with their requirements, we build, we do a little bit of research, then design, build, deploy, maintain. And that's a great relationship for many projects when that's what they need. But the companies that we're helping now, mid-market companies, $5 to $50 million a year revenue, they're trying to figure out what does AI actually mean in their business and their operations. They don't need a build. They need a thinking partner, someone who's going to be in their business for months, for years, sometimes acting as part of their business, deciding, making complicated and hard decisions within the leadership team. Someone who will say, we don't need to build that yet. And that's really hard to do when low-code is a building agency. We build stuff. It's like being a surgeon who also tells people that he also does like physical therapy, right? You might be right, but the patient's skeptical because they're coming from a surgery, not for physical therapy. So Phos AI Labs needed to be its own thing, its own brand, its own positioning, its own relationship. In many cases, it'll be clients who go from one to the other, but it's fine because the problem that we're solving at Phos is a little bit different. The core belief behind Phos AI Labs is most mid-market companies don't have a technology problem, they have a strategy problem wrapped inside of tech language, inside of AI language. When they say we need AI, what they really mean is we're losing to competitors who move faster. When they say we need automation, what they really mean is our margins are shrinking and we can't hire our way out of it. When they say we need a chatbot, what they really mean is our customers are frustrated and we don't know why and or how to fix that. So the technology is the easy part, and we've done it 1,000 times. The hard part is knowing which technology applied where, in what order, to produce what outcome. That's what Phos does. We sit inside of your business, not as a vendor with a statement of work, with a scope of work. We sit in your business as a partner with a stake in your success. We do an audit, we build a roadmap, we help you execute, and we stick around to make sure it works, whatever it takes. A vendor delivers what you ask from them. A partner builds what you actually need. That's the line and that's the thesis. So people ask me about the name. Phos is Greek for light. That's it. We wanted something that felt like clarity. We wanted to turn on the lights at a business. That's the experience we want to have from darkness to light. Phos AI Labs, turning the lights on. So that's why. That's why I launched a second company while running a 40-person agency. That's why I spent months building a brand, a methodology, and a team around it. Because I think that the next 5 years belong to companies that get AI strategy right. Not companies that buy the most amount of tools or the latest tool. Not companies that hire the most engineers. Companies that think clearly about where AI fits in their organization. If that's you, if you're running a mid-market company and AI feels like this massive opportunity that you can't quite grab, come talk to us at phosailabs.com or come to our free webinar on June 18. if you're watching this and if you think like I should probably speak with LowCode because I have my specs of the product that I want to build, that's fine. Reach out to us. We can help with that. See you in the next one.